Well, hello, my friends. We meet again in this space to collaborate and elaborate on the human functions of our mind. I want you to remember how powerful you are and how powerful thought is and the energy in which you feed it to be. Many people in this world are completely under a hypnosis, a spell, a conscious dictatorship of their mind. And the sad part about it is that most are completely unaware of their own diagnosis. When we live in a world such as this, we must question ourselves and ask ourselves, is the intent behind the thought that I am processing of the highest good for myself? Is the intent behind my feelings giving me a feeling of assurance, reassurance, confidence, love? Or is it feeding fear, separation, and division? The mind is such an intricate specimen. We all have different patterns of our thoughts. We all have different ways of seeing and believing. And the one thing that holds true at the core of everything is that we are programmed from birth. And it is our own responsibility to reprogram and deprogram ourselves. So I want to give a little bit of backstory into my life and how I got to this point. Because so often I talk about all the things that we can do to enhance ourselves and improve ourselves and do all of these incredible things. But who am I to you? What am I to you? Other than someone on the end of this screen, the end of the earphones, the speaker, however you may be receiving this. I am exactly who I am and what I am, yet I am nothing at all, because I am aware that within everything comes nothing. And I have developed this awareness over the years of my life that have taken place for the past 10 years. It's not been an easy road to find myself. And it's not an easy discovery to realize that you had always been lost. I look back now on when it all started, when I was in a relationship that was so unhealthy that it made me so sad. And I was always told what I couldn't do and that I was too much. And I came to the realization that I could do anything and I was not too much. I wanted to be able to discover the meaning of life. I vowed to not stop and make it my divine mission to understand and interpret the true meaning of our existence here. 10 years later, I can honestly say that I have personally received the answers that I sought. And from that, I am able to value and see life exactly for what it is based on my perspective. Fully aware that my perspective is of my own and your perspective is of yours. It seems so often in this life, people base everything on said truths, said beliefs said religion, said structures, said policies, said viewpoints that hold some significance to the beholder. But so rarely do we open up and realize that our own truths, they are simply that. It is based off an experience, off of a pattern, off of an algorithm, off of seeing something outside of ourselves or feeling it from within. That doesn't make it untrue, but it doesn't make it the only truth either. When we start to realize through this awakening of ourselves how similar yet different we all truly are, only then will we open ourselves up to the interpretation of the beauty of life and what it is. Envision yourself as one tiny speck of sand on a beach that goes for miles. Just because you are that one speck of sand doesn't mean what you see and what you feel isn't real or true to you. It just means that there are other layers upon you. There are other pieces and grains of sand all around you. And each of those grains, see and feel a different point of view. We can't expect everyone to understand us, and we can't expect to be exactly what someone else needs. Because when it really boils down to it, all we can do is do the best to be ourselves by loving ourselves, by accepting ourselves, and by believing that what we feel does matter, even if it only matters to ourselves. When we seek outside validation and confirmations, all we are doing is tearing ourselves from the energy in which we are, the energy of the resonance of our own auric field. So many times we do this to fit into the collective or the mass of thoughts. But the thing is, the human consciousness, the mass of consciousness, is simply that. It's a makeup of matter, of billions of perspectives shoved into one objective, not seeing each individual point of view. And that is where our vision and our interpretations are often skewed. So if anything comes out of this podcast today, I hope that it will be the awareness that what you do matters and how you feel matters, but we cannot change how other people feel, think, or believe. All we can do is stand true in our own truths, in the realization that that is exactly what it is. It is a truth based on the story that we are telling ourselves, the life universal script that we have encrypted for ourselves. When we release attachment to all of the other ratios and horizons of all of these other ways of states of being, then we'll realize the only one left is ourself. The only one left is us. The only energy there to feel is the energy that we produce from our own connection and field. There's no need to live outside of ourselves simply to fit in or agree. The truth of the matter for myself personally, for my own belief, is to simply set myself free. Thank you all for listening to my podcast today. I do plan on having a new podcast every single week for the rest of this year. My intentions and my bar may be setting myself a little bit high, but I feel that it's possible. I feel that it's doable. And that is the goal that I am intending to set, and I will achieve. Remember to follow me on all of my social media platforms if you enjoy me or the content that I provide. I can be found on all platforms under Terrestrial Aura. I thank you for listening to this message, and if you're interested in booking services with me, find me on social media and follow the link, and I'll be happy to talk to you soon. I love you, and thank you for all that you do. You're incredible. Bye for now.